it's time, and my friends are back. Sam and Dave are back for today, but there's something a little bit different about them. I mean, it's not big, it's not terribly bad. There's something a little bit different. They'll be fine. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, but you'll see when we get to them that there's something just a little bit off, a little bit different between them. But before we do that, we are going to go and review our contractions. Wow, mind, phew, gone right now. But we're going to review contractions. So I'm going to say the contraction, and you are going to give me the two words that make up that contraction. And it's got to be quick. You better say them right quick, right away, so that I know that you know those two words that make up that contraction. Didn't. Good, but that means a little bit faster. Some of you, yes, but some of you were a little slow. Don't, yeah, no, slow. Go quicker, okay? Go, good. Whoa, go quicker. I'm sorry. Go quicker, okay, please. Okay, so did not, good. Won't. Yeah, that, okay, I figured that one would make you, some of you, a little bit slower because you had to think about that. But what are the two words for won't? Will not. Good. Those of you that got that, because there's not won't not. That doesn't make sense. Will not. So some of you had to think that through a little bit. Will not equals won't. Okay. Won't equals will not. Say it. Won't equals will not. Because some of you were putting willn't. Willn't is not a word. So it's won't. Won't equals will not equals won't. Won't equals will not equals won't. Won't equals will not equals won't. So you won't forget that, hopefully. Will not forget it. Won't forget it. Okay? Good. There. They are. Good. He is. Excellent. She'll. She will. Good. It's. It is. Excellent. I am. Awesome. You guys did excellent. Elbows. Elbows. Good job. I see some of you. You're trying to look over my shoulder and see what's going on with my friends, but I'm not. You can't. I'm not letting it happen. So just pay attention to me. Don't worry about Sam and Dave. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on them, making sure that you can't see them. So just think, focus on me, and don't try to go, oh, I'm going to see what, oh, I can see a little bit of Sam. Nope, don't even. You'll see them when it's time, but it's not time right now. Okay, so I'm going to read sentences to you, or I'm going to read words to you. Let me put it that way. If those words are a group of words that express a complete thought, then you're going to smile because that means it's going to be a sentence, because a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. So if it's a complete thought that I read, you're going to smile. And if it's not a complete thought, you're going to frown. Some of you are good at that. I'm just saying, I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not really, but no, I'm just trying to keep it real. Just trying to keep it real. So no, most of you are, yeah, okay. So, but I think some of you are going to do really well with this, just saying. Okay. So if it's a complete thought, you are going to smile. If it's not a complete thought, you're going to frown. A solar eclipse happens when the moon moves between the sun and the earth. Yes, that is a sentence. That is a complete thought. Shines on the moon. You want me to read it again? Shines on the moon. Right. Automatically you're like, wait, I don't, what? What are you even saying, Miss Monroe? Right? So that is a frown because it's not a complete thought. It's incomplete. Because the moon is between the sun and the earth. Good. That is also incomplete. So you should be frowning right now. The moon's shadow is on the earth. The moon's shadow is on the earth. So some of you are like, well, wait, that doesn't make sense. Well, but is it a complete thought? The moon's shadow, what about it, is on the earth. Is that a subject part and a predicate part? Yes. So the moon's shadow is on the earth. Good. The sun seems dark as the moon moves between earth and the sun. The sun seems dark as the moon moves between earth and the sun. Yes. It is a complete thought. Okay. You might be like, I don't know what it's talking about. Well, you do. If you listen to all of them together, we're talking about a solar eclipse. So the sun seems dark as the moon moves between the earth and the sun. Okay. So that is a complete thought. Dangerous to watch a solar eclipse. Wait, what? Dangerous to watch a solar eclipse. No. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it's not that it doesn't make sense, but it's not a complete thought. What could we do to change that? All you have to do is add two little words. It is. It is dangerous to watch a solar eclipse. Right. That would change it from an incomplete sentence to a complete thought, a complete sentence. Okay. So remember those rules that we've talked about, or not even rules, but remember how to tell whether a sentence has a complete thought or an incomplete thought. And if you can tell that, because that's going to be the last bits of our tests and quizzes, we're almost done with language. So hang in there, but remember those things. All right. So we also talked yesterday with Sam, and not yesterday. It was 2 days ago, wasn't it? Yes, because well, yesterday we talked about, so 2 days ago, let's just go there. 2 days ago, we talked about synonyms. Synonyms are words that mean the same, right? Remember, we said same. They're similar. They have similar or the same meanings. So we also talked yesterday specifically about a book. There's a book that is out there in the world that will help us to get our synonyms down and learn them, because or to know them, to write better colorful sentences. And that book, try to get the poster without you seeing Sam and Dave. That book is called the Thesaurus. And this is even better because now it's really hiding me from Sam and Dave. So the Thesaurus is a book of synonyms. It gives examples of words that are the same or nearly the same as the word that you might be looking up. Maybe you were looking up the word attempt. Well, it could mean endeavor or try. He made a good attempt. He made a good try. Seek or strive. He attempted to finish all of his work. He was striving to finish all of his work. It could mean endeavor or venture or effort or try. Okay. So those are the words that can be synonyms for attempt. And you can use those in your sentences to make them more colorful instead of saying the same words over and over and over again. So Thesaurus is a great reference book or tool that you can find online to find synonyms. If you get stuck and you want to look for some more colorful words, go to a thesaurus and you can find some of those words. All right, now it's time. Oh, actually, let me ask you to come up with some synonyms. So find and think of as many as you can. Synonym for small. See, even right now, what some of you guys are yelling out to me, you're coming up with different words. Some of you said tiny. How many of you said tiny? Right? But some other people said little. But keep going. Small, or well, small. So small is tiny. Little, teeny, okay, mini, right? There's lots of different words that you could come up with that mean the same for small. They built a small house, a teeny house, a little house, okay, a mini house, something like that. You could use a colorful word. So small could be any of those words. What about happiness? So we would have to say joyfulness, right? Because we know glad and happy are the same thing, but we would say gladness because we said he was filled with happiness. Well, then we wouldn't say he was filled with glad. No, he wasn't filled with glad. He was filled with gladness, or he was filled with joyfulness, or he was filled with excitement. Okay. Words that mean the same or nearly the same as happiness. Okay. Did you get some of those? What about search? Not find. It wouldn't be find because what is find? If I search for something and I find it, that's the opposite. So let's say he went, I want to search for my glasses. I want to look for my glasses, or I need to hunt for my glasses. Okay. So those are words that are similar, synonyms for search, hunt, look. Okay. That's some of the words that you could choose as synonyms. Well, the opposite, what we just did for whether the sentence was complete or incomplete, That's what we have going on with Sam and Dave. So I'll finally show you our friends. Oh, let me do it this way though. I'll come in closer so you'll see me first. I see you. And then I'll show you, oh, Sam and Dave do look a little different today. Now, did I put ears on them yesterday? I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did. They do have ears. So there's ears on them today. So they look a little bit different that way. But they also look a little bit different because their facial expressions are different because today Sam is glad and David is sad. So they are today antonyms. And antonyms are opposites, or we can say they are against. Okay, we said synonyms are the same, antonyms against. A and antonym, A and against. We could go to any kindergarten home right now and ask them, give me the opposites of, and we could say a word, give me the opposite of cold. High, give me the opposite of up. Down, give me the opposite of tall. Short, give me the opposite of big. Little, okay? We could do that. No problem. Easily, we could ask those little. So you will be able to do very well with these as well. But you have to think. So what's happening is today David is glad, or Sam is glad, but David is sad. And nothing Sam can do is helping David at all. David was hot, so he decided to put the fan on. But Sam was hot. I don't know who's who anymore. Sam was hot, so he put the fan on, and David was cold, so it made him angry. Sam wanted to go and get wet because he was so hot, and David said no, he wanted to stay dry because yesterday was fun, but today it's not going to be fun to be wet. So David wanted to stay dry. Sam wanted to get wet. Sam jumped into the sky because he was so excited, and David just sat and sulked. Okay, so they're opposites of each other today. David's just having a little bit of a rough day. Sam's doing well, but David's having a tough time. Okay, so they're opposites. They're feeling opposite from each other. Opposites are words like hot and cold, like we already said. Sam was hot and David was cold. Up and down. Um, Sam wanted to go upstairs. David wanted to stay downstairs. Um, Sam felt tall today, and David thought he was awfully short. Okay, it's just they're totally the opposite of each other. Some words have more than one antonym. We said that an antonym for glad could be sad, but another antonym for glad could be discouraged or disappointed or unhappy. All of those words are antonyms for the word glad. Now, they're all synonyms with each other: unhappy, disappointed, discouraged. Those are all synonyms. But when we put them with glad, they're antonyms. They're the opposite of what glad would be. So let's look at some words, and you see if you can figure out some antonyms, the opposites that will go with them. Smooth. Sam thought this was a smooth ride. David thought it was bumpy, right? He thought it was rough. Okay, rough or bumpy would be the opposite of smooth. Sam was feeling strong. Dave was feeling weak or fragile, okay, breakable, okay. Sam decided to whisper. Oh no, that means you know what David decided to do. He decided to yell and scream, okay. He wanted to do the opposite of what David wanted to do, or Sam wanted, oh my goodness. He wanted to do the opposite of his brother. Let's just put it that way. I can't keep them straight. So whatever Sam did, David did the opposite. Whatever Sam said, David said the opposite. So antonyms are opposites. They're going to go against each other. And that's what's happening with Sam and David. Like I said, they'll be okay. And I think they'll be fine in a little bit, but it's just going to take them a little while to get over today. And hopefully David will be in a better mood tomorrow. But page 179 in your language books, antonyms are words that have opposite meanings: up, down, thick, or thin. So you are going to look at those And you're going to write antonyms for each of those words, like play, work. That's what you're doing, right? Short, tall, narrow. What's, do you think? What? No, if something's narrow, they had to walk down a narrow aisle, or the Bible talks about a narrow road. But the other road, we talked about it in chapel last week, is wide. Good. Okay. So I'm not going to give you any more. I want you to think those through, giving the opposites. Okay. Then think B, complete each sentence by writing an antonym for the word in parentheses. And it's going to make sense if you read it carefully, like sentence number 1. The mattress on my new bed is very hard. Well, no, that's not true. It's going to be very, and you write the opposite. Okay. Then write C, write a declarative sentence using the antonym for remember. What's the opposite? Antonym for remember. Then turn to page 180 because you have that page as well. Remember A, use proofreader's marks to mark which letters should be capitalized. So you're just doing the 3 lines underneath everything that should be capitalized. Remember B, a title of respect and name are shown in parentheses to the left of each sentence. Complete each sentence by writing the title and the name correctly. Remember, titles of respect are capitalized, have periods after them. If it's an initial, it's capitalized and has a period after it. If it's a particular name, a last name, it's going to be capitalized. Don't forget that. These are all the things that we've learned this year. So your test will be coming up next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let you know for sure. I can't remember exactly which right now because we're going to kind of push. But these are things that are going to help you for that test, test 16. Remember C, circle each common noun. What is a common noun? Any person, place, or thing, and then draw a box around the proper nouns. Proper nouns are always what? Capitalized. So you'll know if it's a proper noun because it'll be capitalized. Underline any compound nouns. Remember, compound nouns, you know those. And then some nouns may have 2 marks. Maybe it's going to be compound and proper noun, okay? Then mark it with both the underline and the box or whatever it's supposed to be. Then write D. So it says, remember, capitalize the first word, the last word, and every other important word in the titles of books, songs, and poems, okay? Stories. Write the name of your favorite song, and then write the name of a book you enjoy reading. Capitalize the first word, the last word, and any other important words in the middle. Okay, so do this page, especially page 180, very carefully because it's going to be a help and a review for your test next week. All right, do well. Looking forward to seeing how you do. See you. Bye.